So also, we are going to go live on YouTube this time around. So I am going live on YouTube. So can you hear me very well, please? So I welcome you very well to this seventh edition, and I want to tell you that if you continue with us, you will smile at the end of today. And also, I want to tell you that this business program has been a source transforming lives up to 3,000 to 4,000 lives because of how the model because of how the model is structured. It's structured in community. So when there is progress, the community on that progress will witness the same thing on the same community. So I want to tell you that this is a Christian community. The reason why it's a Christian community is that God is the bedrock. Everything we do, we owe it to God. This business opportunity started with the intention of helping people, and it started also with a long prayer section, and God directed the person to open this, and since then he has been changing life. So if you're here, I am sorry that we cannot do without God. So before we start, the person that's supposed to anchor this section is Sister Emanuela, but she is she is not feeling fine. She is healthy lately, so I decided to replace her on this. And also, one of our senior admin is hooked up on the road. So if in case if she will not be available, because I've been talking with her and she told me that she had a very low battery. So we have other senior colleagues here that will still talk to us at the end of the day. So while we continue, let's bow our heads in prayer. So we are going to start this meeting with the presence of God and let God anchor this meeting and open our eyes to the very essence of this business model. Father, Lord, we thank you, we glorify your name. We magnify you because you are worthy. Eternal glory, you say that where two or three are gathered in your presence, that you are always there. We bring this business opportunity onto your presence because you know that you are the only person that has the power to make wealth. My Lord God Almighty, we are not making this wealth to show off, but we are doing this to transform life. We are doing this to bring souls unto you through your grace, that people in this community will witness your power and glory. At the end of the day, my Father, Lord God Almighty, your grace will make it to be easy for us. As you join us, eternal God, let your name be glorified in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you in the mighty name of Jesus. So I welcome everybody that we are starting off this meeting immediately. So now I want to tell you that by the grace of God, we have touched so many areas. I want to welcome every person here that is from Nigeria, that is from Lagos and other parts of Nigeria, those that came from from Ghana, and those that are from Uganda. I am welcoming you into this forum, and I want to tell you that we are honored. It's an honor to have you, and I want to thank you for being committed onto this. God will always reward you in the name of Jesus. So I want to share my screen so that we can start immediately. Like I told you, we are going live on YouTube. So We are live on YouTube. So let me share my screen, please. Thank you. So give me a second, please. Okay. We are going live on YouTube. So okay, we are live on YouTube. So let me share my screen, please. Thank you. So give me a second, please. Okay. Hello, can you hear me, please? Okay. Please, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please?
David, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, the network is a bit sloppy, so I'm waiting for the slide to come up. Thank you, Pastor Udo. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Yes. So as you can see, I want to show you the first slide here. That is the Christian Commitment Circle program. I am doing this for the intention of those of us that are coming here that are here on this room for the first time. So I want to tell you that this business model is called Christian Commitment Circle Program Presentation. You understand? So we are presenting this business opportunity, how the business model works. But before I continue, I want to explain a little bit about this Christian Commitment Circle and why it is called a Christian Commitment Circle. Some people will ask question, why did you use Christian? You understand? Is it that you don't understand deeply or what Christian is all about? I want to tell you that I asked the same question when I joined this. So the question I asked brought me to knowing the genesis of how this started. So the Christian there is showing us because you profess what you want to be. There is power in spoken words. So the Christian here portrays that any person that's supposed to be part of this community is supposed to behave like the disciples of Jesus in Antioch. Meaning that all we have to do here, we will do it with each other in fairness, equity, fair play, and being and also being disciplined. So the commitment there is that you must be committed in what we are doing in order to get a result. I want to tell you that you see how we hold our hands together. It is not. It's not a magic, or it's not. It's not a fair, or what would I call it now, but it is true because we help each other in this model, business model. We are committed to each other. There is what is called power of association. When you belong, when you associate with people that are progressing, with people that are successful, there is 95 or 98% that you will be successful. Why? Because the culture they imbibe will quickly influence you. So it is a platform where we work as a team to help ourselves and others to eliminate poverty. The motto is we are our brother's keeper. So I will move to the next slide. Okay, sorry. So the next slide is talking about how the business model operates. If you look at this picture here, you see where the hands are joined together. And there is our watchword. And this watchword, are real, is an action word because it is done in this business model. You understand? Once you are part of us, you will never be abandoned. And I want to tell you that one of the qualities of a professional is that he will take you from the bottom and to the top. He will guide you. Whatever he does is what you will do. He will make sure that you are successful. Why? Because success is duplicatable. You understand? He knows that our people, our senior people, senior colleagues here knows what they have done several times to get success. So what they do is to carry you. If you will obey, if you just listen and obey, you will follow the same pattern and get to the top. So because they know that your success is their success. You understand? And I want you to know that this community is a very supportive community. Why do I say that? For example, we are having this Zoom meeting, you understand, to help you to open your eyes of opportunities and the way you will go through this opportunity and get to the top because of how the economy is and situation of not only in Nigeria, the whole world. I want to tell you, no place is better, but some places are worse. You understand? So we do have weekly trainings. The weekly trainings is the Zoom we have every Saturday. You understand? This Zoom every Saturday will tell us about how the business model works and how it will help you to, to transform you from your current situation to a place where you will smile. And also, it helps also to elaborate a whole lot of things because in this business model, there are a lot and lot of things you need to learn. And when you happen to understand it, you will impute it in whatever business you are doing, and you will see you yourself having success. And also, I want to tell you that if you are part and parcel of this business community, if you are part of our platform, you will understand that this platform is not only joined, this community is not only joined by Nigerians. We have Ugandans there, we have Israelis there, we have Nigerians, we have Ghanaians there. So you will come to meet different people from different walks of life and you connect with them. And that is the essence of being one and having a community. So it's lots of fun. So we move to the next slide, please. So I want to tell you that how the business model works proper. So these business model levels come in 4 levels. You understand? The level 1 is in Naira is 18,500. So I put it in dollars for our brothers and sisters, you understand, that are not Nigerians. Because I believe that dollar is universally accepted, especially in in Africa and sub-Saharan Africa. You understand? So they have 4 levels there. We have the level 1, which is 18.5, level 2, which is 82,500, then level 3, which is 890,000, then level 4, which is 3,120,000. Please, somebody is raising up his hand. You understand? I want you, is it possible for you to hold on to your question? Let me finish this presentation, then you ask. But if it's very, very important that you want to ask questions, can you type it on the chat so that it will not disturb my flow? You understand? Because I believe in some quarters now is getting to midnight. So we need to make this thing to be short, simple, and straight, so that some people in some quarters will sleep, you understand, and wake up very early in the morning for work. You understand? So if you can put it as a writing, let me know the question. I can answer. Answer the question for you. So now you enter into the model board with 6,500 in naira. So this 6,500, you understand, is equal to $13, $13, approximately $13. Understand? So how do you enter into this business model? I want to tell you, like what I said, that this business model was formed by one of us that has the vibe to help people. In fact, his ministry is Sons of Consolation. So while he came back, he was trying to see if he can help as many as possible. But he noticed that in as much that he puts more effort, is not really enough. You have so many people on the table to help. So he was praying and asking God, what will I do in order to make sure that I affect the people around me? And this was revealed unto him. So he brought a few people and they started it. And it was wonderful. And it has been transforming life. Not only will you put money, it will your bank account increase, you will also gain a skill that will help you to be self-employed, that will make you to move out from that your 9-to-5 job, you understand, and be self-employed, and also be part of the system that is transforming life. So once you enter with 6,500, your first level, you understand, you are going to cash out on 18.5. Your second level, you are going to cash out on 82,500, which is $144. Your third level, you are going to cash out on 890,000, which is $1,550. Then your fourth level, you are going to cash out on 3,120,000, which is $5,430. So don't worry, I'm going to tell you how you will go, the journey, how your journey towards attaining these 4 levels. So we move on to the next slide. So look at how, this is how the model board is like. You understand? Don't get confused with so many names you see on this slide. I want to tell you that this slide you see here was once empty, remaining only this place. This Route 5, Comfort 3, Nage 56, Dew Hub 9, Dew Hub 8, Jonelli 84, and Comfort 14. These are names of people that invested. You understand? So why you see the number attached to it is they invested many slots. The slot they invested was not only one, they invested so many. You understand? And if you watch now, this is like a community, this circle. This is how the business model board is. You understand? So this is a community of 63 people. You understand? Having 7 people inside here. And this community circle is made up of 6 chambers. So I want you to listen to me carefully while I explain how this community board works, so that I would like you to ask me questions. If possible, please bring out pen and paper and write out things the way so that you will not forget. It's very, very important because I believe that you need to invest in something that you understand how it works. You need to make a decision when you understood very well the business you are entering, so that once you make that decision, you will be firm that whatever you are entering, that you entered it without somebody persuading you to, or with somebody trying to force you into this. We don't do that. A professional does not force you. A professional does not look desperate because he knows that whatever he is presenting is changing lives. In fact, he will be surprised if you don't join him. So now, this business model board is like a community of 63 people. Inside that 63 people, they have 6 chambers. If you look at root 5, if you look at root 5, you will understand that in root 5 is number 1 chamber. You understand? Sorry, I want to see. Okay, there's no chat. Sorry. So in root 5, this one is number 1 chamber of the circle. Then look at comfort 3 and need. Here is number 2 chamber. Then if you look at the green is 3rd chamber. If you look at the light blue is the 3rd chamber. Then the green is the 4th chamber. The second purple is the 5th chamber, and the last light blue is the 6th chamber. So how it works is that this root 5 initially invited these 2 people in the purple next to her. Then these 2 people in the next to her invited 2 people each. The 2 people next to comfort 3 on the light blue, and the 2 people next to need 56 on the light blue. These 3 chambers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, are the 7 people. They call them the 7 core members. These 7 core members are the people that this one, the 4th chamber, which is 8 people, the 5th chamber, which is the 5th chamber, which is 16 people, you understand, and the 6th chamber, which is 32, is making 56. These 56 people are the people that will pay these 7 core members. I will tell you more about these 7 core members in the next slide. Hold on, please. So the 7 core members, you understand, what happens is this. For the 7 core members to get paid, you understand, if you look at this page, you will notice that the board is getting food. This was an old board. This board actually has gotten food and was gifted. You understand? Please, if you need to unmute yourself, because I don't want you to disturb the background, for people are really listening. So unmute yourself, please. I mean, mute yourself, not unmute yourself. Sorry, I've done that. So now this board is already gotten food. In fact, it's already full. So once it's full, what it does is that it will split itself into 8. So when it split itself into 8 new boards, so these 8 new boards, you understand, after splitting itself into 8 new boards, you will take 7 out of the 56 people. He will take 7 out of the 56 people and join them to the new board. Some people are saying that they are finding it difficult to join. I don't know why, because some people have been joining. I don't know the reason why, but I think you should, if it's your prospect, you should get back to them and tell them to restart their phone so that their network will be working very well. You understand? So as I was saying, you will okay, sorry. So you will and when the board is full and split into 8, it will be like this. It will be like this. If you watch now, this is empty board. It's split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one is split into 8. Once it is split into 8, you understand, the 56 people that are paying the 7 people, they will be taking 7, 7 and placed inside this place. Here, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, let me start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the 3 inner core chambers that accommodates the 7 core members. So these 7 core members in a new circle, they are not new. They are old landlord. Why? Because when the 56 people gift the 7 people that was initially there, they moved to the second level, leaving the 56 people to their fate. So the system needs to repay the 56 people for the commitment of paying the 7 people. So what they do is to split it into 8 like this and begin to take them 7, 7. If you divide 56 by 7, it will give you 8. So once they take them 7, 7, look at what happens. Look at here. See what happens now. They pick them 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the 7 core members. So the 56 people were picked 7, 7, and they accommodated the 8 boards. So the reason why they accommodate the 8 boards, you understand, is because that they are placing them in a position where they will get paid. You understand? They place them in the position where they will be paid. So that is why they are placed in those core boards. So I'll move to the slide that says a typical example of a typical core 7 board, how it works. A core 7 board works with crowdfunding, networking, and reinvestment. Crowdfunding, networking, and reinvestment. That is how it works. You understand? So now I'll explain what is crowdfunding. The crowdfunding there is when a group of people like you are part of, you are an investor. I believe that some of us are part of this community business model. When you come in with your little money of 6,500. I want to tell you that 6,500 in a normal value and sense cannot take you far if you want to use it to start up something. It is very minute, it's very small. But the power of crowdfunding, we multiply that 6,005 to a numerous 5 or 6 digits of your currency to be able for you to use it to do something very tangible, something that will change your life. So the power of crowdfunding was actually formed in the Northern Ireland in the 16th century. The king of the Northern Ireland used the crowdfunding to raise funds for some project, and he was actually looking for a specific amount, but the crowdfunding got that money in hundreds, more than 100 times. So now crowdfunding also was part and parcel of what the Japanese people use. Japanese people, if you go to Japan today, they have the highest form of billionaires. And virtually in every family in Japan, there is a billionaire in dollars. I'm not saying that their policy, their government is trying in the economic policy to help them individually. But what actually brought 17th, 18th century was crowdfunding. They used it to raise funds for themselves for projects in building cars. It was not, the cars they built was not government uh, generated money. Well, the government did not generate any money for them to have those projects. That project were done individually in their communities through crowdfunding. So if you come back to Nigeria here, the southeastern part, the Igbos, you understand, if you notice very well, the Igbos don't depend on federal government for anything they do. Igbos, they understand what it means, what it really means on crowdfunding. So what they do is that they have community within themselves. They have within themselves, you understand. So they donate within themselves in helping each other. That also was explained in what happened in the southeastern part during the 19th century. So during the 19th century, actually, what actually happened was that time there was not the money we don't note was not in existence. They were using what is called trade by barter, 18th, 19th century. So trade by barter is a means whereby you come to a market or a known gathering place with whatever you have. Maybe you have an oil and you are looking for a dry fish. So when you come to the place, you get someone that has a dry fish and you people will interchange with the same scale of weight. That is called trade by barter. That was what was used in the 18th and 19th century. So those trade by barter was what the southeastern part used as crowdfunding in helping any person that has grown, that are ripe for marriage. So they build house with community help. Let me put it community help, but it's actually crowdfunded. Because if you want to equate it in this our current state, our current time, they would have used notes to do that. So another thing you should know about this business model is the networking in it. In as much as you are bringing small money in groups, you understand, you need to network. This model doesn't have a product they sell. This business model doesn't sell any product, just like GNL, the multi-level marketing. No, what fuels it is networking, bringing people. When you bring people in a community board, you bring in 56 people, those 56 people will give out 7 people that are old members there. You understand? So when they move out, the 56 people will be placed in the new circle, whereby they will bring 56 people that will pay them. So that is how the networking there works. But what have sustained this business model is reinvesting. When you cash out your first level, you reinvest your capital and take your profit. So what the reinvestment does is this. You know, when you cash out, you are entitled to your second level. So immediately you move to your second level, you are kicking out the person that was already there on the second level to the third level. The person on the third level will kick out the person on the third level, then to the fourth level. The person that was on the fourth level, the system will naturally kick the person out. But let me tell you what happens. What happens is this. Because the whole people in every level are reinvesting. One, what the reinvestment does is that the person in the second level reinvest the capital, you understand, or this specific amount the admin will ask you to reinvest into the system. You understand? The third person does that because the higher you go, the more percentage you reinvest. What you're doing is that you are putting slots in that new model board that will help the 7 core members that are already there. You understand? It's going to help them. You understand? You're going to give them soft landing to bring in people. If they're supposed to bring in 56, when you reinvest so much money there, you find out they are going to bring in only 10. They are going to bring in only 20. they are going to bring in only 32. You understand? And also, you have to understand that apart from the reinvestment the people on the higher level are doing, you understand? Apart from the reinvestment they are doing, also the people on the higher level also brings in people to help you because we are our brother's keeper. Remember that your success is our success. So we don't leave you. Why? Because we hold your hands. We bring in people for you. We push you for you to go and bring in people so that you will cash out. Immediately you cash out, you push me to the higher level. I hold you and I bring you up. So when I'm at the final level and the system have removed it because of my investment, I will start from the beginning. So when I start from the first level, already you are on the third or the fourth level. So what I did to you that brought success, you will duplicate it onto me and it will be going clockwise direction. And this is why I am going to talk about Ponzi scheme and the pyramid scheme. I want to tell you a little about Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme, you understand, was formed by Charles Ponzi, an Italian immigrant that came to America. So he was dubious anyway. He was ambitious. So he did something and he went to prison 3 years. When he came out from prison, he decided to do something that is spectacular. He went and bought foreign stamps and brought it to America and repackaged it and was selling and was making so much money. So, but because he's so ambitious and he begin to collect, he begin to be famous. So now because of that his famousness, he decided to tell people about an investment that you will do. You understand? When you put in $10, you get 100% of it. So people were buying into it at that time. But and also he was putting up a facade. He was putting up something. He will write something that looks real, but at the back of that, there is nothing that is propelling the profit of that business. What was actually propelling the profit of that business is the pyramid scheme attached to that Ponzi scheme. Because network always go with pyramid scheme. I want you to understand this. Every company that you see on this earth works with pyramid scheme, because pyramid scheme is explained in hierarchy from the high person down to the low person. So when you want to draw it, it comes like a cone. You understand? But what differentiates a Ponzi, like what I was telling you, to a pyramid scheme was that the Charles Ponzi attached the networking aspect of it into his non-working business model. There was nothing that was getting profit. What was actually getting profit was the people that he was collecting money from. So what he was doing was he was robbing Peter to pay Paul. He called these people, 8 people, brought their money to pay the first person. And when the 8 people saw that the first person has been paid, they relaxed, thinking that their money is multiplying. So what they were calculating was not actually what was in the bank book of the business. So a time come, he could not hold it again and it collapsed. But a pyramid scheme, the pyramid scheme comes like this. When the person in the top that's supposed to go out to give chance for the people at the bottom, because naturally the bottom is always crowded. You understand? So they need a circular position for that bottom to not to be so crowded. But in a pyramid scheme, the person at the top will always collect, sucking. They call them the suckers. He will suck the people at the bottom. The people at the bottom are multiplying through network, bringing up their money. Instead of their money to circulate back to them, the suckers are sucking it because their lion's share cannot be changed. Their position cannot be changed. So when they suck the bottom, and the bottom will walk and cannot hold it, the system will collapse. So what happens is that some people at the bottom will get their money, while some people will be duped, they will not get their money. But our business model is different from a pyramid scheme, because I want to tell you that any business that has networking in it is operating on a pyramid scheme. Go and do your findings. But the but what counters some business like the Fortune 500 that have stayed many years, even with the pyramid scheme, is called rotational profit. Rotational profit. The person at the top, it has a specific time and period where he is going to come down. He is going to come down to give chance for the second person. And that is how we operate. We operate in a rotational form. So there is no way we can collapse. And this is why this business model is different from other business models that have the same kind of model. I'm telling you, this model has been failing people, but it has not failed us for the past 8 years. And that is why I am proud on a Zoom meeting, putting it live on Facebook, putting it live on YouTube to tell you about this business model. And I am proud because he has been giving us success. There are people here that will testify that are in the fourth level. There are people here that have been on the fourth level and they have knocked out and they start from the first level again. That is what you will gain when you are part of us. So I am proudly telling you that this business model works, and God has been helping us because we need people, but we don't need people that will come and put us or give this business model a bad name. There are several encounters we have had. They will tell you, some people like to hold you with their words. You understand? They will tell you, what if I don't bring in people? What if I don't bring in people? I tell you, I used to tell them, if you don't bring in people, this business model is structured in a way that you must bring in people. If you don't bring these people, you will not go far. You will not exceed your first level. Why? Because you are being structured in a way to manage a community for you to reach to your final level. If you are able to manage a community, you have been turned from being a prospect to a customer, from being a customer to a distributor, from being a distributor to a leader. If you are able to lead a community, there is no business you cannot do. There is no business you cannot do. So if you start on time to involve people, start with your family, start with your friends, start with your brothers, start with your colleagues. If you don't know, some people will tell you, I am not caught out on networking. I don't know how to network. In fact, people don't believe me these days. You are in this business model. You are in this Zoom meeting now. How many people have you invited in this Zoom meeting to listen to what has been said with you? When they listen with you, they will make their decisions. You might not be explaining it very well because you cannot give up what you don't have. Some people, we also have a platform where we teach people virtually every day or 3 times in a week how to be a network marketing pro. Network marketers are not born. Nobody was born with networking. They learned it as a skill. Just like you are talking to me, you are a medical doctor. You are talking to me, you are a carpenter. You are talking to me, you are a nurse. You are talking to me, you are an engineer. That is a skill you learned. And you put it up as a career. You can put up network marketing as a career. It touches all the paraphernalia of institutions and careers. No matter where you are coming from the medical field, go and check very well. They have a marketing department there. You go to engineering, they have a marketing department there. They are the people that bring in the work and you are get paid. Probably you don't understand why you are paid in that your work where you are working, but you are taxed, whether by omission or by commission, you are networking. If you are the person that loves church, you are participating, you are a worker in the church, you are actually building a relationship with the people in the church. You are connecting with your fellow workers in the church. When you want to go for evangelism, when you are in the church every Sunday, that is networking. So don't tell me that you don't know how to network. The only thing that can make you fail here is if you don't have integrity, if you have sold out your prestige. Some people have done bad things that people don't trust them. So when you speak, they don't trust you. But if you have your prestige and integrity, I'm telling you, the only promise I'll give you is that your prestige will be held tight in this business model. This business model will never and can never spoil your prestige. Why? Because we know who we are. We know where we are coming from. I am not vouching for everybody here, but this system has been structured in a way that it filters human inconsistencies. It filters human inconsistencies. You can do your research or you can ask questions. So I am beating my chest to tell you that this business opportunity is helping you. Is helping you. And if you invest in this business opportunity, I give you from 3 months to 6 months, your life financially will not remain the same. Your life academically or skillfully will not remain the same. You will see the value. People will see the value in you. You will feel the value of this business community, of this Christian circle commitment community. So now, I think we will move to the gifting and the regifting side of this. But before we move to the gifting and regifting side of this business, I want to check if we have our senior colleagues here that will talk to you, because we have currently people in here that are 7 core members. They are about to cash out. You understand? When the board broke last 3 weeks, we programmed it that they are supposed to cash out ending of this month. But we noticed that some people in the core members are not working. They've relaxed. You understand? They are not, they just relaxed. You understand? So some work, some are putting in the work. Why some are working, you understand? They say that they are not getting results. So, but when we try to follow them up and ask them what is really going on, they are not responding. Why? Because they are not committed to the work. So the admin decided to talk to them one-on-one and tell them the essence of why they are supposed to be the people that will propel their downliners. Some of them don't understand that they need to follow up their downliners. You understand? In order for them to fill up their board group. Some of them also, like what I told you now, but few of them had not had any downliner. So now they are working double, but still they are not putting in the work. So the admin now wants to speak to the 7 core members. These 7 core members are more like leaders. They are supposed to cash out ending of this month or first week of November. But what we are seeing, you understand, they are not putting in the work. So I am going to call one of our senior admin here. You understand? Let me check if he is here. Okay. Mommy Josiah, can you please speak to us more about these 7 core members and what they need to do? Mommy Josiah is in our final level. She is in our final level, catching 3 point something million. So if she have reached to this extent, I want you to listen to her. Why? Because success is duplicatable. You can only come to the final level if you are committed. You can be smart, you can be intelligent, you can be anything in genius, but if you are not committed to that thing you do, you will not get the result. Why? Because nature principle that everything that is created has some sort of attention that should be given unto it. If you're not giving it that attention, you are not getting anything out of it. So, Mommy Josiah, if you're there, please, I'm unmuting you. Can you speak to us, please? Good evening, Mom. Mommy, can you speak to us, please? Are you there? I'm unmuting you. Okay, while I wait for her. So, okay, let's move to, I want us to move to...
Are you hearing me?
Okay, yes, I'm hearing you. You can speak.
I greet everyone in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Brother David, you have said all well, and all what you have said here is true. One thing I want us to understand is that the 7 core member, I started the way you started in a board, and from that board, the board split into 8, just as you have already narrated to us. So when the board split into 8, I moved to my level 2. Then I cash it out within a period, not even up to 1 month. We round off that one, then I enter my level 3. I end my level 3. But one thing is that if the 7 inner core member, because they are about to graduate, so when they did not work, the board will not be able to move. Some of us may be waiting, yes, I'm in to earn, but without activating, without working, taking it as your priority, I want to let you know that it won't work. You are not going anywhere. You are holding yourself and you are holding other people that is about to come in. You know, like me, when I started, I talked to everybody. In fact, because I know I needed the money, I talk to anywhere I go, I begin to move out. I didn't even wait only where I am staying. I didn't wait only to my friends. Sometimes I will be going, or I want to buy something. When I see you, I will laugh with you and I will explain to you what it is. And I want to bet you me, even Brother David, nobody I have spoken to concerning this thing that have not done it. So when you determine you want to do this thing, when you determine I want to reach this final level, because me, I know I needed the money, and which I know that every one of us that are here, we needed the money. It remains for us to work out this money. You need to work it out for it to come. The money, you are in the 7 core member. The 7 core member, your name alone cannot produce that money. It is when you work, when you put on your strength to work, to talk to people, don't be ashamed. Because anything you are doing that is genuine, that is giving you money, you need to be proud of it. You don't need to be ashamed. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do it. No. By the time this business requires you opening your mouth and talking to people, by the time you talk to 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, I want to tell you the 4th person, 5th person will surely answer you. So that is how it works. There is no magic in it. Me being in 4th level, being in 3rd level, being in 1st and 2nd level, you know, it's not a child's play. You work. But this thing, we need to graduate and move so that other people might be able to take over where you came from. Now, I know I had when he was teaching us that when you earn and you go move out, you reinvest again. Likewise, all of us that earn, we reinvested again to even help you people so that you people can move. Brother, is it not like that?
Yes, is it, man?
Bro David.
That's true, ma. I can hear you.
Yeah,
That's
how
true.
many did I invest? I invested 260 slots in that board.
Yes. That's over 1 point
That's
something
what I
million.
invested.
Over 1 point
Yes,
something million.
1.6 something. 1,600,000 plus 90,000 or 70,000. That is what I invested in this board again. Yet I have not earned that one. So let us, all of us, put hands together, and you will see we will be shouting, we will be praising God in it. There is no other way or this or that. Yes, this is another residual income that you, even aside from the work you are doing, this can lift you higher, because I don't know how much they are paying us in Nigeria now, the way everything is going. But when you put your little effort, don't be ashamed in it. Talk to people, bring them in. If you cannot talk to them, you bring them to this Zoom meeting, and from there they will learn and they will enter. And also you require prayers, because anything that feeds you needs prayer. So that is it. There is no hard thing in it. You will see the Lord will surely give you the grace to overcome, and you'll be able to build your own network, and you will enjoy from there. So that is that. There is no much word in it. Just act. When you act, you will see the fruit of your labor. You can never labor and you will not eat it. Whenever you labor, you eat in your labor. So, Brother David, there is no much word in it.
Okay.
So let them go and bring their own people, so that they will catch out. Those people will enter also and do the same thing. If not so, if you are there and you are looking at that board will remain that way. So that is that.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much. We appreciate your input. Thank you very, very, very much. So I want to add a little bit to with what our mommy just said. All the 7 core members, I want to share a little experience of what I had on my first level. And I want you to understand this. You don't relax in this business model. If you relax, you're not going to go far. Always learn to follow up your downliners. Build a relationship with your downliner. Let me tell you what a relationship is. A relationship is different from business association. When you decide to build a relationship with your business associate, it goes more than business. If you're a good businessman, learn to build relationship in your business, because those people you meet climbing up, I am telling you that nature has made it a principle that if you're coming down, you're still going to meet them. But the issue is that on that second missionary journey, your success in meeting them again will depend on how far you have done with them the first time you meet them. That is why I tell you that some people's integrity have been tarnished because of the way they handled their previous relationship. If you don't handle your previous relationship well, you're not going to get into another relationship. And I tell you that if you are dishonest, it is a quick journey to poverty. Business has a lot to do with honesty and discipline. No one associates with somebody that is shallow, somebody that is dishonest, somebody that is indisciplined. When you talk to somebody about this business model, you don't expect the person to trust you immediately or trust what you are presenting, especially with what is going on around the globe right now. The person will invest in this business because of you, your standing integrity at the moment. When you talk to somebody, the person will invest in this business because of you. Then when you now bring him in and you now see how the system is structured, then he will leave you gradually and begin to trust the community. This is how it is wired. So you need like 4 to 6 exposures for you to get someone to be a part and participle of this business model. You need 4 to 6 contacts. You meet him the first time, he will tell you no. Or probably he will tell you, let me think about it. Or he will tell you, let me talk, I want us to talk, I want you to explain to me about the business model. Funny enough, you are not the type that have time to go to the materials and the things we are dishing out at our platform. You now begin to tell, okay, you make another appointment. I want you to have meet someone that will explain it very well. Or I want you to come to our third-party tool, which is the Zoom meeting we are having, where you can explain it very well. That's your second contact. Your third contact is now you will call maybe one of the admin. Please, I want you to follow this person up because he is beginning to understand it. The person does a conference call with you and the person. The person will now tell you, okay, I'm going to do this thing because of you. I'm going to invest 1 slot or 2 slots. Is it not fourth contact? So it has been calculated that before you will be able to convince someone to be part of this business model, you must make up to 4 to 6 contacts. 4 to 6 contacts. So if you make the first one and they tell you no, don't back out. No means a whole lot. When somebody tell you no, there are a lot of things that warranted the person to tell you no. You need to find out. Always see no as is not a disappointment. Always see no as somebody that is ignorant, that you need to cure that person's ignorance. You understand? Always see no, because the fault is not from you. Don't get so down. Don't get how would I put it down? Don't have that complex that you are talking to somebody who tell you, no, don't talk to me about this. This is a Ponzi. You know, say, can you please explain to me why is it a Ponzi? I have been duped before many times. I myself have been duped before many times in the cryptocurrency. But I have a rule. If I see a business, I put in small. I put in small to check the business. So I put in something that I can dash the person. So if the business doesn't go, I forfeit it. But I begin to understand because a good person asks questions. You need to ask questions. There are some questions you will ask. It will open up. You understand the nitty-gritty of that model. So you need to ask questions. Please, 7 core members, don't relax. Your downliners are your arsenal. That is the people that will take you to your 4th level. Instead of them to reduce, increase them. Have your active candidate list. I nurture our platform. I don't play with our downliners. If I see you go out of the platform, I'll pursue you. I'll ask you, why did you leave? And also, while I am asking you why you left, I also know that this business model is not for everyone. There's a possibility that you will follow somebody, you understand, on this 4 to 6 contact and will tell you, no, don't push it, my brother. You don't push it. All you need to do is that while you're putting in the work, you are praying and ask God for the grace. Because God knows how to reward them that diligently what? That God knows how to reward those people that follow his principle on wealth making, that diligently seek him on the principle of wealth making. So please, if you are 7 core member, after this Zoom meeting, the admin is going to contact you one after the other, and you share why you are not able to progress in this. And we strategize on what to do next, because we can't afford to go against the timeline. It's an aberration. It's an aberration. we can't afford to go back to the timeline. There is a timeline for this business. We must follow it because that has been the root of our success. There are some people here that are 7 core members that are not in this Zoom meeting. They call me because of some crusade they are where the worship are doing. I understand that. I understand it perfectly well. So now, before we move to the grouping, the gifting and the regifting, if you have any question to ask, you can, on what we have discussed, before we move to the gifting and the regifting, I'd like to take it one after the other. You can ask the question. If you don't have, I'll move to the gifting and the regifting. Okay. So let me move to the gifting and regifting. So let's go to the gifting and the regifting section. So let's wait a little bit so that the slide will pop up. Okay. All right. So we are now on to the gifting, Christian commitment program gifting and regifting process. So gifting and regifting process is done by the business model head boards, which are appointed by the Christian commitment program admin. I want to tell you something. Christian commitment circle program community is not a company. I repeat, it is not a company. The people that form this community had a strict warning not to make it a company. At least for now, it is not a company. Rather, it is a distinct regulatory body with a proper administration that monitors the business activities 24 hours on each board. They have an admin on every board you have invested. They monitor, they replace slots, you understand, entries and slots in every model board. You understand? So because they dedicate their time, each of these business admin are paid 0.021% of the money generated from each community board. I will tell you what is 0.021%. 0.021% of the 56 members, are you hearing me, is just 7,000. Why? Because the 56 positions of 6.5, you understand, where you calculate is going to give you 364,000. If you look at the right side of this slide, you will see the approximate of the Naira money to dollars for the benefit of our brothers and sisters that are not Nigerians. While you are studying what is on the slide, also use our Naira to equate the dollars. So you will use your dollar to equate your own currency. You understand? in each of every board, in each of every board, the 56 members are paying the 7 people. And that 56 member, their 65 will always generate $364. I mean, 364,000 naira, which is $635. So if you go down, you will see that they are grouped into 7. That's the 7 core members. Then when they are grouped, the admin, before they will give you what is called the gifting link, before they will bring out the gifting list, this is how the gifting list is. If you go down, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you move further, you will see it. They have eight members. They have eight members attached to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those eight members are gifting them 52,000 naira each. That is 665 on 888. You understand? That is the gifting process. So the 7 core members, each of them will carry the 52,000 and move to the second level. So when the core members move to the second level, you understand? When the core members move to the second level, you understand? They will take out their 18.5, take out 1,000 and give to the admin each. Then collect 32,500 and give to the person on the second level that is moving to the third level. So that person on the second level will collect from the 7 core members 227,500, which is $396. So when they take that money, they will collect their level money that is their benefit, which is 82,500, and they will be left 145,000. So 145,000, he will regift it to the person that is in the third level that will move to the fourth level, and this goes on and on. You understand? This is how the gifting and the regifting process is done. And I want to tell you that not everyone is entitled to gifting and regifting process. You can be appointed to do gifting and regifting process when the admin have studied you and studied your integrity and studied the kind of person you are, how disciplined you are with money. Because we are made to understand that some people, despite them being in Christendom, they are not disciplined with money. And this is one of the things that have brought down most of these systems, most of this business model. So we are very careful to appoint the person that will always do gifting and regifting, because that is the engine. That is the engine of the growth of this business model. So I believe that I have touched some parts, you understand, on how this business model works. So like I said, if you have any question to ask, please, we are in the Q&A section. Please let us ask, because some people in some quarters.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Tell the person in your background to at least help us and so that we can hear you.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. My question is that the work we are talking about, is it not to bring people, or is there any other work?
Let me tell you, in this business model, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In this business model, your work, you understand what I'm telling you? Your work
Yes,
is
sir.
to bring in people, one. Another of your work is to help the people when you are higher than them. The people you bring in, you don't only bring in people, you help them. You understand? Just the way
Yes.
someone helped you to come to that point, you are bringing in people.
Okay.
You understand? Then, thirdly,
Yeah.
we as a community also try to make ourselves to build the best out of us. As we come in, the way we come in, we cannot remain the same. We share ideas, we share values, we connect with each other as a family. What family does is to extend hand of friendship and help. So it's much more than bringing in people. It has a lot to do. You understand what I mean? It has a lot to do, you understand, with being your brother's keeper. Apart from bringing in people, you have to watch each other's back and help as much as you can.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any other question, please?
No.
Is there any person that wants to ask question, please? Okay. I believe we are taking much of our time. This is almost 9:30. In some quarters, it's 11:30, 12. So, Madam Cassandra, do you have any question to ask? I don't know who is Ahokwe. Do you have any question, brother Ahokwe? Ahokwe, yes. I hope I'm pronouncing it very well. Nkem Sinachi. Do you have any question to ask, brother? Okay. Um. Okay. So with that, I believe that we have understood one or two points in this our 7th edition experience on this Christian Commitment Circle program business opportunity. So with this, we will come to the end of today's meeting. Like what I said, if you're new here, you are investing in something that will transform your life. You are part of a community that are so unified that it takes an extraordinary thing to divide us, because we are bound by the grace of God and we take God serious in what we are doing. So go back to the person that invited you and discuss the next line of action and how you're going to invest. With this, I say good night and God bless. We have come to the end of the meeting. We have come to the end of the meeting. Brother Alfred, I know that we are withheld by the what they call it, the crusade, but we are closing the meeting. I'm sorry. So let's call it a day. Thank you and God bless. I'm stopping the recording now, please.